Anyway, and welcome to the channel. This is New Year's Day walk, chat, general chit chat. What we're going to talk about. Yeah. So I've got my brolly. God, there's a lot of water on the ground, isn't there? Jeez. It's quite difficult holding the brolly and holding. It looks like I could land on my arse. So what has pissed me off today? Davey. What an absolute piece of shit that guy is. He's like sort of like a Stammer, isn't he? A Stammer clone. Talking about values. Values that, you know, you don't have any values, you're a criminal. They're criminals. Oh, there's a tree big. The tree must have came down. It looks like it. Oh, that must have been a while ago. It's because of the foliage. So, you know, when I walk here I don't notice things. So that's what now that the foliage has dissipated for the winter. So this is a walk through the woods, general chat, blah blah blah. We'll walk to Skeoch Roundabout and then walk back. So we'll have New Year breakfast. So you can see the housing and everything through the woods. This is Balquhidderock Woods, it's a brilliant name, isn't it? Balquhidderock Woods. Balquhidderock. B-A-L. Does it have two L's? Well, and then it's Q-U. This brolly standing up for racism. It's not standing up for much. Aye, there it is. Minorities and ethnic stuff. I'm a minority. So well, what's going on today? Right, so how much can I say about the situation with the numpty? Right, not too much. The thing about the videos is, yeah, you just don't know who's watching them. Obviously anyone can watch them. All you need is a computer. You don't need to be subscribed. You can watch them, you can be nosy bastard. I think I've sort of flooded the internet. God, that is really wet. I think I really do need this brolly. Flooded the internet with information that there's just so much. There's so much that people probably couldn't be asked even watching watching it, you know. So it really is raining. So the idea is have a nice walk, get the legs going, you know. It reminds me of one of my exes. I'd really, and this is going back years ago. This is going back the mid-80s. I'd really had lots of. It's maybe a natural phenomenon for some people when you have blubbery legs. You know, like, I don't know, a lot of women, the reason a lot of them at my age, and I know the majority of people who watch this channel are not women, males. at this age group, 50s, 60s, a lot of the health problems really start to kick in. Lifestyle, mental health issues. The problems start to kick in the 50s, I think, probably. I think it's started going downhill from there on, and you're just going to die. It's happened to two of my female friends, both dead. It's just what happens. So you have to kind of, what the hell am I going on about? So this is why I'm out walking. Well, you know, it's enjoyable as well. You know, it's like, is it? Yeah, I mean, it's enjoyable. Enjoyable. It's just that thing, just get yourself out. You know, you're sitting there and you go. But generally, the only reason I don't do it is because I'm busy doing other stuff. But today, it's New Year's Day, so Happy New Year, everyone. That's taken me quite a long time in the video to wish everybody Happy New Year. Happy New Year, and this video probably won't get much of an audience. Yeah, so I was thinking about what did I do last year? What did I do? Typically, what did I do on New Year's Day? Normally I go for a walk, so this is just a sort of local walk. So normally I mean, you've got to. I'm feeling a wee bit unhealthy at the moment. I haven't been drinking any alcohol. I'm planning on getting some pints some point at Wetherspoons. But the way I avoid drinking too much is I don't drink unless I've got everything done that I want to do. And guess what? I never get everything done that I want to do. Never. Never. So, it's quite tiring, this one. You're climbing up here. It is quite tiring. I'm out of shape. So, what did you do last year? Oh, I went up to North 3rd Reservoir. Went up there. I can't remember if it was the year before I went up Dramaya. Cause that's like hailstones. No, maybe not. I got this passport bad. Right. I quite like these videos I'm watching other people do. You know, like a wandering around in a wood or something. God, that was tiring. Oh my god. I think we should get rid of this brolly. It's fucking hard, isn't it? Well, it is actually effective at the moment. Keeping me dry. I've got in my bag just in case we see some tins. Balquhidderock wood. We're on the app that freezes. We've been playing the danger zone. That's very risky. Right, so I'm going to be looking for a new phone. So we'll be able to use this one and have a new one as well. I'm doing a lot of videos, and it's one of those things that, God, you have to update if you're such a prolific, that is hailstones I think, prolific video maker like I am. Because the equipment can let you down. But the reason Timothy Tedwell did so well, up to the point of getting eaten by a bear, was his content. And he was... A lot of people with Timothy Treadwell don't really understand what's going on there. Or they don't think about, wow, how I'm going to slip. So the interest for me with him is not the fact that he got eaten a bear, although that is interesting, is the video making. And if you can think about the artistic side of it, what he was actually doing before we all, you know, and about 22 years since his death. Prior to that, it was before we all started widespread videoing, you know, with the increase in, with the technology improving. So what he did was he got right into bear country and filmed and photographed bears up close. Because, like Fred Dibnah, he didn't have any fear, or he didn't seem to have an awful lot of fear of bears, like you and I would have. I'm not saying Fred Dibnah, I think he didn't have a fear of heights like you and I would. But the difference is he was professional in that everything that he did was done right. You know, if he was putting a ladder on, it was put on properly, sort of thing. Whereas Treadwell, he didn't follow, I mean, he broke all the rules. So the rules for Fred Dibnah would be different now. Well, he's another one that's gone, but he would be obviously retired if he was still alive. But he did say himself he knocked all the chimneys down. So pretty much, well, most of them. So he's taken down these beautiful structures. Right, so we've got a bit of a puddle here. There. It's not normally there. So yeah, Fred Dibnah followed the rules as best as we could, and a lot of the rules he made up himself, but they were good rules. He did it right. He did it right. Absolutely did it right. There's no two ways about that. Absolutely no. So he did it right. So I mean, Fred, well, he died of cancer, bowel cancer. I'm still not totally convinced that his job didn't kill him, because I think a lot of these chemicals and so on, but well, he was a smoker as well and drinker, but who knows exactly what caused his bowel cancer. Is this the push bike bit here? So yeah, the government are using cyclists against us. That's what the Nazis did. Well, they used cyclists against us. No, they used pernicious tactics against the people. I reckon the Thunder Bridge will be waterlogged. So it's relatively quiet today. Relatively quiet. Is this a truck coming? I think it sounds like it. This is a tractor. It's a truck! It's a truck! Graham's Dairy. Right. Highway maintenance. If you put highway maintenance in the back of your motor, it means you can park on pavements. Something like that. St Andrews, Alloa, Stirling, Wallace Monument, Tower Trail, park and ride. Yeah, you see there is that's definitely hailstones. So there's my favourite wee roundabout. Yeah, we'll go on it. Fuck it, it's quiet today. Wow. Giving it all you've got. Giving it all you've got in the beans. Give it the beans. What's this? Some kind of mat or something. Oh, we've got water down in down there. Flood water. Right. See, it's really, when you're zooming in, New Year's Day, New Year's Day. New Year's Day, this would be probably the day I get a run done. Oh, there's a tin. There's a tin for us there. Tin collecting. God, this brolly's fucking had it. It really is. Right. Let's go. Let's go. Right, we're walking around to Skeoch, roundabout. So we've got quite a nice little path on the edge of it. It's all quite nicely looked after. Look at it. This would be quite difficult on a normal day. We'll get in here. I've got these brambly type things. It's a bit of a problem. Catch your legs. Okay. I usually get in a bit of a semi-panic when I go on the roundabout. It's kind of like, you know, you get flustered and try to get on quickly. Alright, so we've got somebody going home, not going on holiday, who knows. But it's very wet. We're not going to stay on here. I was quite like this roundabout actually. Let's get home and get some breakfast. Alright. Alright. A Mitsubishi! Good value for money. Right, let's get off. It's easy getting off and on. Go over that way maybe. Down there, down that wee gap. We'll wait till there's nothing coming. I think we'll go right round the perimeter again and then go back up the wood. So that's quite a nice looking Mercedes. That's the sort of day van sort of thing you could get, isn't it? 8-seater thing. Yeah. It's getting a bit busier, traffic's starting to build up. Traffic's starting to build up. Right, let's walk around the whole fucking perimeter and then go. Now, going into the traffic is the safest way. I'm amazed this fucking thing's not froze. It usually does by about now. Oh aye, the wind's really destroying the brolly. So I look around the roundabout, it's all looking pretty tidy. They come round and tidy it up every, I think it's every April or something. That's if they've not spent all their budget on bike lanes and well, they're all criminals, aren't they? Ed Davey's a criminal, so is that Starmer. They're all criminals. Alright, we've got a tin there. So that's our purpose of being here. So we're cleaning up the roundabout. Right. God, it's got a lot of fucking earth on it. Right, there's another one. Another one. Aye, and the gimbal goes nuts. I'm having a good time on here today because it's quite quiet. There's another one. Graham's butt here. Somebody's giving it Yahoo. That's a whole tin of Iron Brew. Why would you just chuck a whole tin of Iron Brew out like that after buying it? Huh? That's nuts, isn't it? Absolutely nuts. I missed that accelerative thing. I should have. Right, come on, let's get off of here. Let's go off. That was a pity I missed that. It looked like an Audi overtaking manoeuvre. Right, people to come here, they park up. Generally it's probably workies. Yeah, that one's rotten. Oh, look at all the tins there. Alcohol. I mean, why the fuck would you buy something and then throw half of it away? You know, it's like nuts, isn't it? It's half full of fucking beer. Right, come on, let's go. This is getting monotonous. One for breakfast. Come on. Go. I'm so amazed this is still fucking not seized up. If only I'd just waited a few minutes in there, I would have caught that cool overtaking manoeuvre. We sort of did catch it a wee bit, I think, but not much. Not that it was all that exciting, it's just normal, isn't it? But nowadays with green communism, you do something like that. Ooh, it's tut. So the log burning thing, it's in the middle of the episode, which is it's a no return situation. So I'm a reasonable person. I'm a reasonable person, and I'm not. I try and avoid conflict. So what I do with my log burner is it's been professionally fitted by a professional, and at first I was quite excited about it. Used it quite a lot and everything. Majority of the wood was brought from Chamfleur Estates. Maybe at the earliest part I maybe burned maybe some of the wrong stuff, maybe, right? So I don't do that now. And somebody's mumping their gums. So the problem for them is that they've got to pay for what they have been doing, not only that, other things. And that's the way of the universe. So, but it's kind of like, it could be a case of just ignoring them, which is the best option. But like, so you don't really want to go in a sort of revenge type thing. Well, that's quite high, isn't it? The Bayonet burn. So should be able to sort it out. Basically, it's a bit like, say like you didn't like my car or something, and you could just phone up, or you knew somebody in the council, you used to work there, and you phone up and complain about the fumes coming out the back. Well, in that case, you'd probably go to, you know, the DVLA or something, wouldn't you? But that's maybe not a good analogy. But, and you could persist and moan and complain in the hope that something gets done. And if you don't defend yourself, you could land up in the wrong end of things like that. You know, if you just tell everybody to fuck off and you don't know how the system works. But I know how the system works, and I know what's going on. So, so basically, I have no intention of. I don't know I don't know what they're expecting to happen. I think they're just the type of people that just like to be important. So that's where they need. At some point they'll have to pay, but it's usually like judgment days when you pay for your sins against other people. Usually, but sometimes you can get obnoxious thick. People can last, you know, live for a long time. Only the good die young, as they say. So yeah, I mean, it's only the good die young. Only the good die young. But you really need to try and get on with people, you know, when you've got neighbours and stuff, or people that you work with and stuff like that. You've got to get on with them. You can't be completely selfish about everything and demand everything goes your way. Well, it's almost like a predatorial behaviour. Whereas, no, it's supposed to be a sort of equal partnership. You know, living alongside somebody. So, but we have got rights, and we can do things that we want to do. You know, and that is one of them, is the right to stay warm. If you look at it, it's just an example of green communism getting used against people. Green communism. All things considered, green communism is a disaster. The victim is you and me. They don't want us around. And the people that are shouting for it are NIMBY. Well, it's a sort of weird form of NIMBYism, isn't it? Weird form of NIMBYism. But no, revenge is never a good idea. Don't be vengeful. It's not a good idea. Revenge, no. When we are protected in this environment, so you get numpties like that can go around behaving like that because of the safety we all enjoy. The result of creating a benign environment for us to live in. So you know, going up here, we're not going to bump into a bear, eh? This is my aerobic workout. God. Anyway, the dog. Did you see that? God, I might have to stop. Yeah, it's a benign environment. So instead of complaining that you've got a bear in your back garden, the numpties are over here complain. What the fuck do they complain about? They'll find something. See where I'm going with this? I don't know if I am. I think I'm saying how pathetic humanity is. Is that what my videos are all about? Including myself. I'm pathetic. Is it? I think it is. I think we are pathetic. I think we are, yeah. So you're complaining about shit. The size of your washing line or something. Or when you look at the council website and look at abatement notices are served on, it's designed to, you know, like, so somebody's got a hi-fi. So what can they do? Well, they can come in and take your hi-fi off you. You know, so well, that's just a fantastic idea. You know, a young team will pick up some other music system for somebody else, wouldn't they? So once you get into that Victor Meldrew type of set, Victor Meldrew is quite a nice character. He's actually quite a caring character. So we're talking about tyranny. So Victor Meldrew wasn't tyrannical, whereas we are talking tyranny here. We're talking, so when you look at, say you've got to look after your nearest and dearest, you're a man, you've got to look after your wife, your children, family. It doesn't mean to say that you go and fuck over your neighbours. That's not what being a good father is. That's just unloading your tyrannical frustrations on other people, probably because you can't stand up to your wife, because you're not man up. It's an interesting thing. I really want to elaborate on this a bit more. I can't actually, but I can. But it's about how predatorial behaviour. It's just a weird thing when you've got somebody employing predatorial behaviour and is a pathetic person, or has climbed up the hierarchy to a certain extent. How do you define that? Do you define that by house values? Is that how you define success? It's a figure. Something a Calamatron said to me the other day, and I've been thinking of this ever since he said it, and I don't quite know. He said, you always value money. I always value money. Money, is that a conceptual thing? I always value money. What was he actually saying? He doesn't give a fuck about money. And that's where you get in. So the other thing was that lassie, there's a lot of strange things coming for her as well. So this is coming for the younger generation. There's a lot of strange stuff coming from them, which I know to be false, which I know to be not real in my understanding of the world that we live in. So they are cheating themselves, and it's basically because of pure laziness. They can't be bothered climbing on that, following that plan, the age-old plan. That's a bit of wood. The age-old plan, survival plan. Well, they are following it to a certain extent. Not really. Not doing it properly. God, when are you going to get a new fucking... this bloody thing. Look at it. So, you value money, he says. Well, I know what his problem is. He knows what it is as well. I'm not going to say that on here, but that's the problem. That's his that's such a dangerous safety net he's got. But I can't do nothing about that, that's up to him. Addictive personalities, blah blah blah, all that bullshit. So there's a certain, my own children, you can't really, you've just got to sort of be there in the distance, is what I'm doing. But we had a fallout with my son, so I'm just sort of staying away from there, because that's what, as far as I can see, that's what they wanted. Or, his mother didn't want me going there. So that's the reason I was going there, was for them, Now, of course, they're still, it's a weird sort of dysfunctional scenario where she won't let go of him because he's 27. So she wants him for her own fears. She doesn't want to be left alone in the blizzard of life, despite her own. It's a black hole. Trying to even talk about her situation and stuff that she's done. That's up to her. Nobody else can. That's absolutely her choice. So he is doing, in my opinion, the wrong thing, and should have gotten away from there. If she was at all mature individual, a balanced individual, she's totally unbalanced, but she would have. It's very difficult. But this is where the national service thing would have helped, but that's all. Gotten out there and become a man. So now he's not becoming a man. He's, we all make mistakes. When I left home, it was a disaster. I had a narcissistic nutter of a mother, so everything was about what she wanted. And my dad just gave up. He didn't really have the spine to cope with, and he sort of capitulated. A lot of it was kind of like Protestant diktat, I would say, or not necessarily Protestant. I mean, you'd have the same situation in a Catholic household, or any religious scenario. You know, I don't know if you get much heat out of them, but well, I don't know if it's helpful. Once they're dried off, it might be helpful to get the fire going. Probably not. Some of them are quite hard. I mean, it's been windy, that's why they're all lying about. Yeah, so a lot of it was sort of religious diktat. I suppose that's the word, diktat, that I was punished with. And the end result was bad for me. It was really bad. But here we are, I'm still around, I'm still alive. So my dad became a sort of checkbook dad. You know, I wasn't allowed to visit or anything like that, but you get a check every now and again. It really was a fuck up. My adult life was a complete fuck up, yeah. It was really bad. It was pretty disastrous for quite a long time, where I was hated on by quite a lot of people, and I think a lot of it is because I'm the youngest, and I had this lack of understanding of women, so I ended up they picked me, narcissistic females. But they were older than me, they already had children. They were failures in their own right, because they couldn't choose a man and stick with that man. And then they had the option to get rid of the man that they... Weirdly, my first one still now talks to the family. She was... I'm oversharing a wee bit here, but they are a really dodgy bunch. But anyway, good luck to them. Good luck to them. I mean, I'm talking like murder and all sorts of weird stuff. But, good luck to them, who cares? Right, we're nearly at the end. This is where we started. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. Wasn't off talking a lot shite. I get that. Like, share and subscribe, and we'll get you in the next video. Now I'm feeling suitably energised. I'm feeling energised. Do you know what the transgender thing? I think it's a self-loathing thing. It is complicated. It's called gender dysphoria. Official title for it. I think there are other ways done. I think it's good that there's a pushback against transition. I just think it's a thoroughly questionable practice. Yeah. Start talking surgery and stuff like that. You know, it's not good. Right. So I've made it. Oh God. Walkers with dogs. Right. So thanks for watching. Some traffic on the road. Bye. Bye.